Hi, my name is Chris Davis. This is EDL 611 with Dr. Hooker. As I looked at making um, a video response to the North Carolina book, one thing that stood out to me was budget cuts within various politicians. It seems that when reading this book, the Republican Party does not see the value in public education, um, and that has a great impact on um, the budgeting of local and state budgeting. Uh, whenever I read it, um, whenever I read the text, it talks about um, how in the 2012 election there were some areas that um, were campaigned and stated that they wanted to make changes to what they considered was a broken system, and um, uh, through the readings, it doesn't seem like it's all that broken at the time. Um, and so, whenever I look at that, several um, text, one being from uh, one of the Sage Journal's leading schools of education in the context of academic capitalism, Dean's responses to state uh, policy changes. There were several findings within this that it affects all levels of education, from pre-K to the collegiate studies, that are on college campuses. So that they kind of hit that there was no validity in some of the budget cuts that were taking place. The other text that I read was the impact of the economic downturn on environmental health services and professionals in North Carolina. It talks about some of the same stuff, how there was a budget deficit in 2010, and how that the budget cuts really affected public education. Um, and so, with that being said, I just feel like that um, no matter who is in office, Republican or Democrat, we need to do what's best for students, from pre-K all the way up to college students. I mean, a lot of the programs are free, but then when you talk about college students taking on debt um, or potential debt, then you have a whole nother issue. I could go on and on about this, but I think that like I said, no matter what political side you choose to vote for, we need to keep all students, in mind um, whenever we're creating budgeting um, for the betterment of student education.